Hey everyone, in this video I will show you how to turn any design from Figma into a functional and fully responsive web page using Wix Studio. So let's get into it. So Wix Studio is a very capable web design and development platform, especially for designers like me who barely know how to code. So I've been using it a lot and it's been a perfect solution for me to bring my design to life. And one of the features that I like the most is the Figma to Wix Studio tool. It can let you transfer all your design elements from Figma to Wix Studio almost flawlessly. So let me show you how it works. So here we are in Figma, and so in order to transfer it to Wix Studio correctly, we need to make sure that all of the design elements are being organized properly. So you can see in this design we have three main areas. So on the left we have the sidebar, gallery in the middle, and the details panels on the right. You can see that each area is being placed in the frame. So when you transfer this into Wix Studio, they will be translated into separated sections or containers. So inside each of these frames, I have all of these elements as auto layout components. So these auto layout groups will be translated as stack components in Wix Studio. So it will remain the spacing and the constraint between each elements of the auto layout. And another cool thing is that you can export all of the style from your design into Wix Studio. So as you can see here, I have all of the typography and colors is being established as a small library. So I can export this to Wix Studio. So it will help me maintain the consistency across the bars. Alright, so let me demonstrate. So from Figma, the first thing you need to do is to go to plugins and find the Figma to Wix Studio plugin. So you can go to manage plugin and just search for it. So this is what the plugin look like. So for the first time using, you need to set up the export. So let's click here. So the first step is you need to link your Figma file to Wix Studio. So let's copy the Figma URL by just click on share and copy link, and then let's go to Wix Studio dashboard and create a new site from blank canvas. Alright, so here we have the blank canvas with some basic components. So first let's remove the footers and the headers and just keep the middle section. And then let's go to the top left corners and click on this Wix Studio logos and go to tool and select import from Figma. So it opens up these panels and you can always turn on and off this panel by clicking here. So now let's just paste the Figma URL that we just copied and wait for us to process. And now your Figma file has been connected to Wix Studio. And it's saying the Figma width is 1440, while here we have 1280. So let's just make it consistent and now we're good to go. So now back to Figma, let's click here and move to the next step. So let's click Start Export. So here we have three options. So the first thing is you can export all of the style from your design, like colors, typography, or you can export any frame from your designs. And lastly, you can export Wix Studio wireframe for prototype purposes. So now let's try export styles. So all you have to do is just select any frames that you want to export. And then you can see all of the style, colors, and typography is being listed here. So let's just click here to confirm and go to Wix Studio and click refresh import, and now it's going to list all of the style that you just exported here. And just simply click apply style to the site, and bam, we have this style libraries integrated to Wix Studio. Alright, so let's go back to Figma, and now we're going to export this whole design to Wix Studio. So let's click export frame and click here to confirm and go back to Wix Studio, and let's refresh import again. Alright, so you can see that the whole page is being displayed here, and down here you have the option to add this frame as a page or a section or a container. Let's select container and click add to site. So it's going to take some time to import all of your assets to Wix Studio. Depends on how complex your design is. Alright, so after a few seconds, we have this whole page being transferred to Wix Studio. So let's go around to see how well these elements being integrated to Wix Studio. So at the first glance, it's looking pretty good. Like all of the elements are there and I don't see any flaw or something broken. So if you go to the layer panel, you can see that it maintains the same structure as your Figma. And all of the group insides also being converted as stack or smaller containers. So when you click on any of these stack components, you can adjust the spacing of each element easily by just typing the number here. So you can easily adjust the design even after importing to Wix Studio. And another cool thing is Wix Studio can also detect which elements are buttons, so that will automatically convert into a button components with hover stay and click stay, so it's really gonna save you a lot of time. So the only thing that we need to work on is the responsive behavior of each component. Because by default, when you scale the browser, all of the elements on the screen will be also scaled proportionally, which is not what we want. So in order to change this, first let's select the section. So this section contains all of the container of the page. So go to size and turn on this advanced settings. And for the height, let's switch it to viewport height. And for the value, let's give it 100. And then let's select the main container. So I'm going to rename it so we can identify it better. And then with the main container selected, I'm going to click this button right here to make sure that it's being stretched full screen. And then let's select this container, which is the navigation bar. So let me also rename it. And let's also make sure that this gap here is filled up. Actually, it doesn't really matter because we're going to change the viewport height later. And then for these elements inside, I'm going to align them to the edge of the screen like this. And then I'm going to select the container and go to the padding and give it a 14 pixel padding. So this will make sure every element in the panel is aligned properly. So let's scale it a little bit bigger like this. And then let's select the containers and go to size and turn on advanced settings. And for this one, I'm going to switch to percentage and give it a 100% value. So now if you click preview, you can see that the sidebar is fully responsive. So when you scale the browsers, it will always stretch to fill up the viewport height. So you can see that there's a cut at the bottom because we have the built-on Wix Studio banner on top, which kind of push everything down, which is not really a problem because you can get rid of it by upgrading to the broad plan. So now I'm going to apply the same process for the other panels on the right. So let's rename it to side panel. And then let's fill up the gap here and turn on advanced settings for the size and switch to viewport height and give it 100% value. So in this case, it's worked pretty much the same as the 100% that we give the navigation bar. So now you can see that it works as well as the other panels on the left. So yeah, we're almost there. So now let's take care of this gallery in the middle. Let's rename it and make sure that the container is set up to be 100% viewport. So I'm going to align this image vertically and also horizontally. Alright, so let's preview. So now if you scale the browser, everything is responsive properly and it's looking really nice. Alright, so another thing that you can do here to make it even cooler is to replace this image with a Wix Studio gallery component. So I'm going to remove this image and keep the container. And then let's open this menu and go to media and select the Pro Gallery component here. And from here you can have a lot of options that you can choose. So I'm going to go with this one. Alright, so here we have this gallery component. So let's click here to make it fill up the whole container. And let's give it a preview to see how it works. So now when you scale, yeah, it's looking good. And you can click here to navigate between each image. Alright, so let's go back to the editor and I'm going to click on this manage media here to replace the photo assets. So now all we have to do is to replace all of these photos with our sneaker images. Alright, so after updating all of the images, you can click on this button here to open the settings menu. And from here, you can adjust the design of the gallery components from the layouts, font size, titles, colors, spacing, anything. And all of these things is very straightforward, so I don't think we need to go through every details of the settings. So now let's take a look at what the final result look like. Alright, so I added some animation and the final result looking really good. Like, I really like how smooth the gallery works and how easy to integrate it into this page. So overall, I think this Wix Studio to Figma tools is very handy when it comes to create a shortcut from design to development to save you a lot of time and make things easier. Alright, so this is the end of my tutorial today. So I hope you find this one helpful and I'll see you in the next one.